Buddy, this is Fox Spirit, Rachel, coming to you live from the Fox Den. That's right, I am in the den right now. And, I'm here to deliver what I promised, which is a meditation for the week. And this is the meditation on, bridging the gap between the past, the present, and the future. So, specifically, the person who requested this meditation said specifically that they wanted something that dealt with moving on from past mistakes / perceived failures while still trying to be healthy spiritually, mentally, and physically in the present moment with an eye on future success, trying to move towards future success. So I thought this was a really good topic because as we go into healing work, we often can be really triggered, and it can really bring up a lot of stuff, which can make it really, really hard to be in the present moment when we're reliving something painful or we're sorting through emotions about something that is just not easy to compartmentalize or even understand. Even if it happened years ago, it still sometimes can feel like it's happening right now. So my goal today is to create a little meditation for anyone and everyone who is maybe going through something and looking to move on from the past while also be happy in the present moment and let go of anything that maybe felt like a mistake or, as this person said in their words, perceived failure. So I'm excited about this. I actually already made a video last night and I spent about an hour doing it, and then I realized I had recorded the entire video sideways. So I figured for everyone's viewing pleasure, I would make it a little bit easier and redo the video. Kind of sucks because the one I did before, I really got into the groove and I thought it was a pretty good one. And so I'm a little bit sad that I have to start over, but c'est la vie. That is just life, I guess. I don't even know where to begin. I have a lot to say today. And I think I've already expressed earlier in one of my more recent videos about how happy I am about fall time and just how much I love Halloween and I love the change in the seasons and it's my favorite time of year. But all that being said, I just really want to take a moment to remind everyone that even if you feel a little lost in the world, if you're someone like me who's maybe a really passionate, artistic, emotional, empathic type person, don't lose faith in yourself and just remind yourself that these qualities that you possess are gifts and they're strengths, because I know that since I'm a person like this, that I can often feel like they're not. And a lot of the time in the world, the outside world can kind of cause you to feel that being more sensitive, being more open, being more expressive is actually not okay. And there's a lot of vulnerability in that, and that can feel really overwhelming. But I want to just remind you that there's so much gold in there and there's so much beauty in that, and the world needs it. The world needs more people who are open and who are living from their heart and who are alive and who share their feelings and who are expressive and who are sensitive. And it's a beautiful gift, and it can often feel like a curse. Like if you're somebody who is deeply sensitive, artistic, emotive, poetic, it doesn't often feel like a gift. For some of us, it's really easy to be those ways and then turn that into tangible results. And for others of us, we still, we can really struggle with finding the balance between all that emotion and creativity and intuition and just all these juicy, beautiful qualities that, when unbalanced, can sometimes wreak havoc in our lives or cause us to lose touch with reality and feel a little bit lost or feel a little bit misplaced or like an outsider, because the world doesn't necessarily cater to these things. So anyone younger than me, anyone, who can relate to these qualities and who feels like, just, why can't I be normal, or why can't I be like everybody else? Just remember that, like, there is so much power in your vulnerability. There is so much power in your emotion. There's so much power in your sensitivity and in your artistry, and that the world really truly needs it. The world needs people who are alive and who feel and who aren't afraid of that. It's really beautiful. And just remind yourself that anyone who doesn't understand it, that's okay. Like, that's nothing to hold against anyone. We're all different, and this world is made of all different kinds of people for a reason, because we need different things in the world. We need storytellers, and we need dreamers, but we need doers, and we need planners, and we need it all. So just try to have compassion for yourself while also having compassion for others, and remind yourself that we're all part of this beautiful planet, and we all come together in these strange ways, like fibers woven to create this entire microcosm of cosmic beauty. So that being said, I also just wanted to talk a little bit about my affinity for foxes, because yes, I go by the name Fox Spirit. I have claimed foxes as my spirit animal, and a lot of the time when people hear this about me, the first thing they say is, "Oh, foxy lady," like I'm trying to say that I'm sexy, or that it has something to do with my looks or being a attractive woman or something of that nature. And I think while it's true that foxes are known for their beautiful thick tails and shiny fur and cute little faces and everything, and they're known for their attractiveness, this is not why I feel such a connection to foxes, and this is not why I have chosen them as my spirit animal. I do think that foxes are very clever. They use their looks and their beauty to their advantage, and they understand that they have that as an asset and a quality, and they can use it. It's part of their ability to be so adaptable and all of that good stuff. But the thing for me with foxes is that they're very spiritual creatures, and that in Japan, there's these foxes known as the kitsune, and they're these beautiful spiritual walkers between the worlds. They're shapeshifters, and foxes have this amazing ability to go deep into the depths. They carry a lot of depth. They carry a lot of soul and ancient wisdom, yet they're so sprightly, and they move so light-footed, and they're so frisky, and they're playful, and they're fun, and they're social, and they're communicative, and their energy is light. They're healers. They're light workers. They bring light. They bring beauty. They bring hope, but they do it in a way that is light and fun and has kind of a youthful quality to it, even if they're like a very ancient sage in a way. And this is why I really like foxes, is because of their ability to really be in the dark and in the light. They can come out of the darkness and you wouldn't even know that they've been there, except for maybe like just this little, sparkle in their eye that says they know so much, they've seen so much, and they're wise and ancient and beautiful creatures. And so this to me is what I want to bring today into the meditation, is this fox medicine. And I think this really applies to this particular meditation because we're talking about going into the past and we're talking about going into the depths. We're talking about visiting parts of ourselves that are not maybe parts of ourselves that we want to visit. And we're talking about going into the forest. But we're also talking about how we can do that and how we can live with this depth, this ancient wisdom, this ability to understand the darkness and yet still be light and still be here and still be present and still be fully engaged and embodied. How do we do that? How do we carry it all? And I think the fox is just a really amazing example of how to dwell in the light and the dark. So, with that being said, we're going to bring fox medicine into our meditation today. So now I'd like for everyone to get ready because I'm going to drop into my meditative state here. And I'm going to start by lighting some sage to clear and purify the air and the energy. So you might just start to focus on your breath here. Start bringing in some deep inhales. Start to just become aware of your breath. Maybe it's the first time today you've really connected to it or thought about how you're breathing. So start taking some nice deep belly breaths from the center of your being, beginning to connect with your soul. So we're just starting there. Some delightful, gorgeous breath. And I think for this, if you want to lay down, I would encourage laying down for this meditation. You can stay seated if you like, but it might be good to lay down. Either way, we're going to start to connect to the earth. We're going to start to connect to the dirt. So we're going to start to drop in. I'm going to bring my voice down. Just imagine that I'm putting some of the sage on you. We're just beginning to connect here. So dropping in, you're taking a nice deep breath. And another one, starting to have some nice deep inhales. And since we are thinking about fox medicine, with that in mind, we're going to start to envision that we are, like the fox, beginning to dig. We're going to go into the dirt here. We're going into the earth. We're going underground. So close your eyes. Pulling in this delicious breath. Nice, deep, beautiful belly breaths. Just pulling it up from the center and the core of your being. And try to envision this breath is like the wind in your body. And it carries with it just a trail of leaves. Beautiful, gorgeous fall leaves with red and orange, yellow, and gold. So just imagine these leaves. They're swirling in your body. And they're being trailed by stardust. So there's golden, glittering stars shimmering throughout your being, along with these gorgeous leaves swirling and twirling in your body. So you're taking your deep inhales In your deep exhales, and start to envision this trail of leaves and stardust traveling up your feet, up your ankles, up your legs, swirling and twirling around your knees and your thighs. All this breath and wind and gorgeous stars and leaves are swirling around your midsection. And up your belly. Floating up your torso. Just lighting you up from the inside. Stars all around you. It's just coming up your body. And envision this traveling your chest. Glowing. You're glowing from the outside. You're warmed by these fall colors, these gorgeous stars. It's coming up your shoulders and your arms and your hands. Every part of you lighting up from within with this breath, this light, this richness. And it's traveling up your throat. Maybe you can feel like a cough coming through or something itching, like words that need to come out. Maybe there's something you need to express to someone or something, or you need to say to yourself. Maybe there's just some words that are trapped. Just kind of let that breath speak to you and let you know if there's something that you've been needing to say. Maybe you've been needing to stand up for yourself. There's something you might need to communicate, and just let that come up. But let this breath travel through your head, your cheeks, your ears. And then we're coming back to thinking of ourselves now as a fox. Maybe you're in a little fox body, or maybe you're just with a fox. We're going to begin to dig now. We're going to begin to go into the earth. We're going to begin to pry up rocks and twigs and debris and dead things as we go down into the earth. And what we're doing here is we're revisiting what we've buried down in this dirt. We find a chest, something that we've tried to seal up and push away and push down, but that hasn't really quite gone away. It's been haunting our footsteps. It's been in our waking moments. It's been a part of our lives, whether we want it to or not. So you're opening this chest to look inside, and you're going to look at this now. You're going to look at what happened. This piece of your past. Maybe it's from a very long time ago. Maybe you're even scared to see it. So just be aware of how you feel about pulling this out, looking at it, examining it. Just let yourself look at this moment, this memory, maybe something you regret, something painful. But you know you can look at it now if you feel ready. And just become aware of where you feel this in your body. Do you feel like a twist in your gut? A constriction in your chest? And just bring some love to whatever part of you feels activated in this. Remembering this gorgeous breath that you have, this swirling golden breath with stardust and leaves. And bring this beautiful air, this cleansing air all around this part of you, this memory, this pain. Just bring this breath all around it. Wrapping it in love. Maybe this piece of your past is a part of you that you don't want to admit. Maybe it reminds you of something in you that you think is unlovable or unworthy. Maybe even ugly. But just bring this love around it now and know that it is just as beautiful as every other part of you. And that you have all of these parts of you because you are a multifaceted, multidimensional being, capable of love and being loved. When you look at this moment, this part of you, this pain, just tell yourself that you forgive yourself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. And bring love to this shame, to this pain, this grief, to this loss, to this anger, to this memory. Bring all the love inside of you to this part of you. Swirl this golden light around it. Wrap it up in all the golden threads of love and light and healing that you possess. And remind yourself that we are coming into fall. This is autumn, which is a time where leaves die, the seasons change, the old fades away. We're beginning to go into our hibernation, where things will really be submerged into winter, into sleep. So here is where we can think about what we want to say goodbye to, what we don't want to hold on to anymore or take with us. And we can tell these things goodbye, these pieces. We can wrap them up in all the golden light. We can send them with so much love. But we don't have to carry them with us anymore. We can be free. You are free. Sometimes we're so blocked, we don't even see our blocks. Stay open. Don't limit yourself. Something that yesterday seemed entirely unfeasible and forever beyond our grasp may tomorrow, next month, next year, or today become something that you can do naturally. Life is more than setbacks, and it's not static. Appreciate and respect where you are now, but let yourself move to the next level. Listen to the quiet voice inside of you. So we're going to close this chest up. We're going to wrap this moment, this pain, and this memory up with our leaves and our stardust and our golden shimmering love. And we can choose what we do with the chest. Maybe we need to bury it back in the earth for a while. And it's something that we're going to have to revisit time and time again and unpack and seal back up with love over and over again until we forget about it. Or maybe you need to take the chest out of the earth. Maybe you feel like you're ready to say goodbye to that part of you. And it doesn't need to even be down there anymore. From here, what you're going to do now is to, just like the fox, come out of this dark space and remember that you're here. You're alive. And we have to come back up from the dirt and come back up to the grass. We have to come back up and walk on our light fox feet and embrace the sun. Because all we ever truly have is the present moment. The present is the bridge between the past and the future. How do we move on from the past? By being fully engaged in today. Being grateful for what we have today. Loving what we have today. Practice it. We practice it until we believe it, until we feel it. And that is how we move out of the past. That is how we move toward the future. Is by being here now. We are light. We are beauty. We are love. We're not defined by one moment in time. We are multidimensional beings who are constantly shifting. Our shape is constantly morphing. We are fluid. And we are free. We are not bound to what we were yesterday. We are not bound to who we are today. To be in the present, we just take a few moments and think of 3 things we can do each day that make us feel good. And the more we do those things, the better we feel about ourselves, and the more we move out of this dark space. But like the fox, we can go between. We can shapeshift. We can move. We can glide. We are like the wind. We are made of the air. We are made of the earth. We are made of water. We have our tears. We have our fire. We are all of it. That is what we were here to be. So imprint in your mind a visual of you writing down 3 things each day that make you feel good and then just doing them. If it's a nature walk or just anything, they can be small things. Just begin to practice that. It's practicing love every day until it becomes so natural to you, you don't even have to think about it. And anything that made you feel bad in the past will slip away because you'll feel too good about yourself now to care about what happened a long time ago. And slowly, with each good step you take in the present, you're building a stronger, more stable, more beautiful future. The path to freedom is yours. Happiness is in each simple moment of life. Each time you choose love, each time you choose yourself, each time you focus on your breath and the beauty of life. So slowly open your eyes as you take a nice big breath, the biggest breath you've taken all day. And exhale, reminding yourself that love is within you, so you can always return to it. Because you are made of love. You are made of stars. Namaste.